One of the more powerful features of Dynamics is something that we've been collectively calling the master lists. And all that is like we talked about in a previous video, whenever we hit the drop down and we're looking at the different tiles, these are all different entities that are built into the system. The system also allows us to do custom entities, so we can kind of create whatever we want. If we go under settings and then hit the right arrow over here, we can see this collection of green additional extensions or additional custom entities that have been created, and we collectively call these the master lists. The master lists are where a lot of the information lives that drive most of the event management process, as well as how we categorize where different people live, for example, different contacts, or where the events are being handled, as well as who would be responsible for approving the events, and the optional piece of the logs, comms, and finance representatives that can be doing some double checking. So in a nutshell, when you click into one of the master lists, you'll typically see, like in this case, we've got 42,000 zip codes. Each zip code has some information, including which metro it lives in. If we were to click into the metro has a little bit more information, including approval level 1. So this is the first person that would be on the hook for approving an event that gets submitted, if it happens to be in this particular area, any of the zip codes that make up this area or this metro. You can also have a logs, comms, and finance rep here if the regions choose to use it. And if you have a name here, then any event that's hosted inside this metro would put that event in the actual, put that name in the actual event, so that the submitter or the event lead would know who to go talk to if they require any logistical assistance. So the master list is where all that stuff gets populated. Each metro is inside of a state. So we can keep clicking and we can see the states also have this idea of a point of contact. And so at the state level or metro or region or territory, you can have a point of contact listed, and you can choose whether you want to put the email or phone number out there so that your volunteers have somebody they can contact if they're looking for more assistance. And of course, each state is in a region. And again, each time we're going up to a higher level of approval, we have the potential to have different logs, comms, and finance reps. If you want to do that, we could potentially have a different point of contact. And each region is, of course, in a territory. And same thing here, we've got approval level 4, which is typically going to be the DDROs, and then another logs, comms, and finance rep if they choose to use it. The last thing to say about the master list is that some of the security roles will have the ability to see the information in here. Some will have the ability to adjust or change the information that's in here. But most of you will probably end up seeing most of it just as a lookup field inside of the actual events. And so if I were to go into an event real quick by navigating back to volunteer management and then events, if we were to open one of these, we should have an address. At least we have a zip code, and then that zip code is associated with a metro inside of a region, inside of a territory. So that's it for this concept of a master list. You're going to hear it referenced a lot, so I wanted to make sure we had a video specific to the master list so people will know kind of what we're talking about. That's it for this video. Go ahead and hit next and start with the next one.